AFT. And I think you can sense it in the air. This morning, we have some really exciting news. And you can see from the colorful banners behind me, the materials on your table, this morning we are proud to announce the winners of the prize for solution-driven unionism. So, a little background on the prize. It's new for us. It's a cooperative effort among AFT, the Albert Shanker Institute, and the AFT Innovation Fund. President Weingarten and our AFT Executive Council commissioned the prize for solution-driven unionism, and it is intended to highlight extraordinary accomplishments of our members on behalf of those they serve and those they represent. It's intended to recognize outstanding collective work to create and advance solutions to improve workplaces and communities, and to champion the work of our members that exemplifies our AFT mission. So that's the essence of solution-driven unionism. And of course, it is a key element in our overall effort by AFT throughout the entire union to reclaim the promise of high-quality education, healthcare, and public services. Now, when we commissioned the prize, we set the bar very high. The goal was to seek out and to honor exemplary work. So we solicited applications last June through August. They were screened by staff from all of our divisions, and finalists were sent to outside judges, members of the Albert Shanker Institute Board of Directors, and the Advisory Board of the AFT Innovation Fund. Based on their recommendations, our national officers, Randy, Loretta, and myself made the final decisions. So this collaborative process has resulted in 2 winners of a $25,000 prize and 1 honorable mention of $5,000. So let's announce the winners. First, honorable mention goes to the Charlotte County, Florida Support Personnel Association. This FEA-AFT PSRP affiliate developed an amazing menu of professional coursework for its members in partnership with the Charlotte County Public Schools. Previous to this program, training for the Charlotte County support staff was sporadic and lacked focus. So now, as a result of the collaboration, our members are learning vital skills to help them in their jobs and their professional development. And the PD hours count toward an increase in pay. And I know how terrific it is. I was privileged to visit on-site the Charlotte Academy of Support Employees. So, here to accept the award today is Marlene Sivan, the treasurer of the association. Congratulations, Marlene. Let me tell you that the Charlotte County Support Personnel Association plans to use its prize money to continue to promote the program and union-driven, I love that, union-driven professional development along with enhancing the program itself. So next, let's hear the drums roll. The first $25,000 solution-driven unionism prize. The winner is AFT Connecticut. Okay, this prize is in recognition of the union's leadership in creating the Health Enhancement Program, and this was created at the state level. Let me tell you that the conditions were not good when this work began. The governor was demanding $2 billion in cost savings, or state public employees would face massive layoffs. So AFT Connecticut worked through the State Employee Bargaining Agent Coalition, which bargains for all of the state employees to create this plan. It is an innovative approach that has expanded access to affordable health care while saving the state hundreds of millions of dollars. So with us today to accept the award is Jean Morningstar, Vice President of AFT Connecticut. AFT Connecticut is going to use its $25,000 prize money to educate eligible stakeholders throughout the state about how they can join the state health insurance pool and save money for employers and also employees. So congratulations again. And the drum roll once more. Okay, our final Solution-Driven Unionism Award of $25,000 goes to the New York Performance Standards Consortium. Okay, this consortium is a group of high schools, mostly in New York City, but also Rochester and Ithaca. And they are a beacon for how to prepare students for college. Of course, we know the New York City teachers are all proud members of the United Federation of Teachers, led by President Michael Mulgrew. And as I said, also consortium schools in Rochester and Ithaca. And I don't think their leadership's in the House today. So the consortium has received support from the New York State United Teachers, Maria Niera, who's up here, Vice President of NYSUT, and also co-chair of our teacher PPC. So for the past 18, is it 18 years? Or 18, I have to, wow. I mean, that's sustained. The 39 schools in this consortium have worked together to develop a rich curriculum and performance tasks to match. Listen to this. Students in these schools read and write extensively, even in the arts and other areas. In order to graduate, they have to defend their work orally before outside evaluators. Now that's rigorous. What students in the consortium schools don't do for the most part is take standardized tests. The consortium has received a waiver from 4 of the state's 5 exams for its students. Those kids do incredibly well in terms of graduating, entering college, and persisting once they're there. So teachers, not tests, drive instruction in these schools. And we know that's the way it should be. And that's the way it has to be if we're going to get the Common Core state standards right. So here to accept, oh, and I must also tell you, it's not just automatic, this waiver. Every 3 years, and I think it's this June, Maria, you'll be before the Board of Regents advocating to extend the waiver. Good luck. We'll all come and support you. So here, to accept the award on behalf of the consortium is Becky Walzer, a teacher at Urban Academy High School. Congratulations to you, Becky, and all of your colleagues.
I've asked, after we take a picture, I've asked, Jean said, no, I'm not going to do this. You know, Jean is both the head of the work that did this work, as well as the vice president of Connecticut, the Connecticut Fed. Michael is the head of the local that, you know, that has really birthed this work for a very long time. Maria and I were honored to be part of it because we're both from that local. But I have asked Michael to just say a couple of words about the work that the consortium does after he takes his picture.
Solution-driven unionism. We are giving an award today to a group of people who came up with a solution before the problem came about. I mean, they talk about foresight. And it is driven by a group of people who believe that we can excel education to a place that we have not aspired to probably for a very, very long time. I think Socrates had it maybe a couple of thousand years ago. But they do amazing work. But it really is something that we need to elevate at this moment in time because of the complete fixation on standardized testing. So you have a group of schools here who have undoubtedly produced data, the famous data, that shows this is a much better form of education than using the standardized tests. The problem that they face inside of New York is people don't want them talking about it because this is not popular. The accountability experts, all they want to talk about is the data from the tests. They started a consortium based on children need to be ready for college. They did this a long time ago. The word college readiness was not even in the debate. And they said the only way to properly do that is to work in a collaborative environment to bring education to levels that it could be done if we're listening to teachers, if we're challenging students, and if we're looking at things that really supply true evidence that a child has learned and mastered knowledge sets. And that's what they've done. And it is an amazing thing to see. And the first time, I love the school I taught in. We went up to our tough times and we had our great times, and I love the school I taught in. But the first time I walked into a consortium school, I said, this really can happen? And when I spoke to the teachers in the school, they would do anything to protect their schools. They would do anything to help other schools have what they have. They've taken education to the real place that we should be looking at throughout this country. Their data is strong. They have to fight for their survival. There are people who don't want them around because they prove the arguments that we're having out in the public are just wrong, and they're the wrong arguments to be having. So I just want to thank them for creating a solution way before we knew we had a problem. Thank you very much.